Okay, so now let's do the AFCON Under 20 tournament. It started and Ghana is playing today.
Yeah.
So it started, I think, on Friday.
Yeah.
Last week Friday, and
So a week.
it's been an interesting tournament so far. Egypt beat South Africa the first game, their first game. Tanzania, Sierra Leone, I think 0-0. Yeah. So I think later on Egypt played again versus Sierra Leone and they lost 4-1.
Exactly.
Last night to Kenya, Morocco 3-2. So it just goes to show us that there are no small teams again on the continent. It's a game in which anyone at all has the potential to win, obviously. So Ghana heading into today's game, following the issues about squad announcement being very late. I remember I was looking through, even CAF themselves did not have Ghana's official squad, but you could see that the squad for more than half of the teams had been named. Every single person has submitted their squad. CAF had published it, except for Ghana. We got some of the team sheets, I think Thursday or Tuesday, Wednesday, and then now yesterday, a day to Ghana's game, we got the final list, and it's okay, but I don't know why the team squad was delayed that much. I was hearing rumors about CD Lugo and Jerry Free issues.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they were trying to iron it out before bringing out a squad, but it doesn't sit well with me that we have to wait that long, we have to talk that much to get a squad ready. Tonight is a game versus DRC, and for many, DRC should not be a team that Ghana should be afraid of or should have any issues with. But let me tell you, they'll give us a run for our money. They'll give us a run for. Forget that we won the All Africa Games, we were in the WAFU Zone B qualifier finals. We have a promising, young, talented squad. How long have they been playing together? That's one thing I ask myself. Have they understood each other's style of play? Are we going to see a team that is cohesive? It's so many questions I'm looking for it to be answered tonight. 6 p.m. is the kickoff, and I can only wish that we win, but I know DRC will pose a very, very serious threat to Ghana in this one here.
Yeah, you see, on the issue of the release of the players, the squad.
Yes.
I think CAF gave them a duration.
So they were utilizing it to the full extent.
And my understanding is that they had issue with some of the players, just like you mentioned, CD Lugo, Jerry, and all this. I think the number one, who is at Ayas now, could not also make the squad because the Ayas first keeper is injured and he has to step in. The number two, I think also the same at the club side. So I think these things affected the squad, the naming of the squad. So I think that since we are still within the time, but you see, it's for us to do a proper appraisal as to if the team is competent enough, fit to go into the tournament. So I understand that's speaking for the team. But in terms of
they had issues. The timing of the tournament too didn't help. So it's within the season.
We are just ending the season.
Some clubs were fighting for positions where they need the best.
You see sometimes you are complaining about seeing Israel. This has been my argument all day, every time that CAF need to probably look at
the calendar.
They put their major tournaments and all that. See, Under 20 AFCON is one of the major tournaments in Africa. Okay, where you have all the young talents coming into play, and because of how the calendar has been arranged, most of these young squad that would love to play for their country will not get the opportunity to play. Even now, Jerry Free has been given some 2 or 3 matches to play. After that, we have to go back. You see, and this does not help. And if you look at the nature of Jerry Free, I think he's the senior most player in the team. Have a lot of experience because he's played at the Black Star, the WAFU Zone B tournament. He played at
All African
Games, and the consistency has been there. He's like a leader in the team, and you are going to lose him.
Young, experienced.
Yes, lose him in the middle or at the beginning of the
business end.
You get it. So I think that CAF should probably look at this, and that's what I've been talking about sometime now.
I don't agree that.
You don't agree that?
I don't agree. We were talking about the AFCON, the senior national team, the playing January and all that. Yes, but you see, I don't know if the problem of releasing players is only pertaining to Ghana. I don't know if it cuts across the other nations, because if it's something which is pertaining to all the teams, CAF will have to look at it very well. But there is a situation where most of these countries use their youth system to play such tournaments.
So it's from
So
us.
Probably. That's why I say I don't know. That's why I'm
How
saying I
valid is
don't
this
know.
argument?
Oh,
How
So
valid
we
is
are the
this?
problem.
No, how
we
do you-
rely on foreign talent.
You have
Is that what you're saying?
systematic failure. You want to drop it on a country that relied
I'm not
on
dropping it on a country.
European structure.
So you relax.
I'm
Let me
saying-
let me
I'm
get this
saying-
straight. So you are
yeah.
saying that, let's say
Yeah.
that we have the best academies in Ghana,
Yes.
and we get the youngest players who are so good.
Mm-hmm.
They will surely move outside the country. That's what I want you to
I
understand.
Yes.
So does that mean that we can't rely on them because
we
we
can
we
rely
all,
on them. But
So you
not
are saying that-
necessarily rely. Like
No, you didn't get what
so
I
apart
said,
From,
though.
no, so apart from Jerry Free, can't we have any other striker? who
we,
can
we
replace him?
can't we are looking at
It's
we
a
are looking
national
at the
team.
scenario where
It's a national team. Now, this is a situation where someone is coming to play just 3 matches or 2 matches and go back. I understand his
club
needs
need him and all that.
Yeah, fighting relegation. I understand. So he can also say it's a national team. Everybody has a chance to play. So excuse me, I won't play this tournament. I know it's a stepping stone for him to also get better contract or to better his CV. Players who play in their countries have a better how's it called, profiling when it comes to
No, it's even if you don't have a national team
appearance.
it's you don't even get this international
Clubs,
contract and
yeah.
all these things. So
I
I think
understand. So if he can't make it, let someone also play so and also make his name.
No matter what
So,
you do
like
or
I'm
say,
saying-
there'll always be someone who is first choice. That is it.
I understand.
So-
I understand that one perfect.
Uh-huh.
But there are some times it's a national team. Let somebody also play so.
Yes, we can do that,
Understandable.
but that someone will not
but
be the
he's
first
also
choice.
somebody.
He's also somebody.
Yes. And now, okay, what if he comes to play? Okay,
In my opinion, it's the
he-
calendar.
It's the calendar.
It has
No,
to
see,
be
I
well.
don't have
I don't have a
my
problem with
argument
the
is
calendar,
that
though.
CAF need to properly situate
The
their
games.
calendar into the FIFA's calendar.
Exactly.
See, if let's say it's within the FIFA's regular calendar, see the logo will not tell us that okay, they will give us 2 matches for him to play, then they'll come and pick him.
Exactly.
Even that FIFA will even penalize them.
Thank you.
So this is
It's
the-
like
no,
FIFA
no.
doesn't care about this turn. That's how I
Yes.
see it,
No.
indirectly.
So does it mean CAF and FIFA
Don't sit down to plan.
exactly?
No,
That's
you
what
see,
it looks
no,
like.
No,
That is
FIFA
the
is
whole
the mother
issue.
body. No, FIFA is the mother body.
So they'll
Exactly.
So you
dictate.
see, they have their regular calendar. So you need to put your calendar to fit what FIFA
Adjust
does.
what
You see,
FIFA is
That is
doing.
what I've been talking about all this.
And I'm also saying that if you are the mother body
Uh-huh.
and something is not going right in somewhere,
Mhm.
you have to sit, because if it's not, it's a sanctioned game.
Okay, so
It's a
you
sanction
feel
No, you
game.
see, the difficulty
So the
of CAF is
two
that.
of them is supposed to, the two of them are supposed to judge and then know how to structure it
You see,
well.
the difficulty of CAF is that this is also supposed to serve as a qualification
to a World
to
Cup.
a World Cup. Okay, so now, can't we have our usual AFCON under 20, then have a different qualification criteria for qualifying to the World Cup?
Well,
fine.
that one fine, but then I
Just
think
like how we play the senior national team, play among yourself, you give you maximum the points, then you qualify to the AFCON.
as we said already, it's about the calendar and the timing. So just use this AFCON as a qualifier. Most of the youth tournaments, that's how it's done. Unfortunately or fortunately, that's how it's done. So I don't think much can be changed in respect to that. So that one there, I don't think anything
Even
can be
in
done
the
about that.
African teams
I
qualifying
feel
for
that
World Cup.
CAF has to probably be a bit firmer when it comes to the calendar and situation of our tournaments. For example, June 2025, ideally we should have been, or June 2025, we should have been having our AFCON or something. But we're having it in 2026, January, 2025 December and January 2026.
yeah.
So the calendar is already packed, and CAF, in my opinion, have not been firm enough. The Club World Cup is in this June rather than the AFCON.
Yeah.
Now, in January 2026, December ending, we'll have to be fighting Premier League clubs for our star players to represent their countries. Players shouldn't have to be choosing between their countries and their clubs. It should be there that this calendar is open. You pause or the leagues would have ended. Then players can fully focus on their countries. It makes players look bad when it's those in charge that are doing the poor organization and
It
the
not
calendar
only
and
look
everything.
bad. You see, we also don't get the best out of this tournament.
Exactly.
Because
We
are
need
not
the
going to
best.
get
We need the
high
best
profile
of-
players.
Exactly.
Who would have to say, okay, oh,
I'm on
my
break,
country,
so-
my club needs
Needs
me
me.
because see, I am 2 games away from winning the league, 2 games away from winning a Champions League. If
Two
I
games
leave,
from
it will- yes.
from relegation to escape relegation to
Yes,
do all
so-
that. So it's the bodies, in my opinion. They have to sit down and look at
Exactly.
all this.
But you see, you are saying exactly, but this is my argument.
No,
all this, you
Because
are
no,
telling me
if one
that okay,
accepts that I will allow, if you are the mother body and you accept that I should play within my calendar, then I
Then
don't have
nothing-
any, yes.
nothing can
no,
be
but
done.
you see,
Nothing can be done.
FIFA is allowing you to do so because see, they do not want to impose things on you. But you see, common sense will tell you that okay, what you are doing is to the disadvantage of so many people, so many stakeholders within the space. Okay, the players who are supposed to be major stakeholders is to their disadvantages. Okay, even in terms of marketing, it affects the tournament.
Then we have to also look at, okay, I'll go and do that research and come. I'll go and look at the various nations, the oceanic, the what's it called, Congo or whatever it is, Communiball, and we look at how it also fits, whether it fits some, because some of them also play outside the calendars of FIFA, especially the oceanic and those other countries, that's Australia, Asia, and they sometimes play out of it. So I'll go and do that research.
But
myself
look at
and then
it.
come
Look at it.
and
See,
come
this
on that
this
one, because-
continent you are referring to, what is their stake in these major European leagues? We are looking at the stake, the contribution.
Exactly.
Africa
I
is a major
understand.
stakeholder when
Yeah.
it comes to this European
Exactly.
competition. That is
So
what you
then
need
what,
to look at.
what are this is my issue.
Okay.
My issue is we have a body that regulates our football in this continent. And they say they want to do it like this. And the mother body allows it that.
Ooh, oppose.
Exactly.
No, and I'm saying
this is
that.
a
So
situation
enforcement.
where- yes, this is a situation where it's like we are going, we are coming. They accept it when we do it on our own way. They accept it and take it like that. When we don't, when we also do it, they say it is not favoring. It's
Some of the
it's a
reason they will
two-way-
give,
it's
some
a
of the
two-way
reason they
thing.
give, and he's also been
The reason why I'm saying that is
protecting is our weather and all this.
Exactly.
No, listen.
That
You
is
see,
it.
When we were going to play the Qatar World Cup,
They all factored that in.
they made provision
For Qatar.
for that.
And they brought a World Cup to December, which has
Restructure,
never been done before.
no, restructure everything.
So if
to
they wanted
fit
to,
in
they
terms
would.
of facility. So this is what I'm talking about. Even to the extent that they have to make provision for an air condition in an open
Open,
space
yes.
and all that.
Yeah, at the
See,
stadium.
This is provision. Because you know, okay, Qatar could have just said, okay, we'll still wait for the usual time without making some of this provision. And I'm saying that, okay, if you said rains during this June and this
July
thing,
window.
you see, can't you make provision for that? Now we have stadium covers.
You can close the
You
stadium.
can
How many
close this
stadiums
thing.
in Africa is covered?
No, you make provision.
You
for
make
it.
provisions for it so that next time we can hold our tournament in the summer when the leagues are
Who is going
closed.
to make that provision
But you
for
see,
us?
it-
It's FIFA, isn't it? And they are not ready to do it. So what are you supposed to do? Because I don't understand why.
Why are you not ready to do it?
that's it's FIFA.
FIFA and the countries who are hosting the thing are supposed to.
How?
No, the
What
countries
is
have the
CAF doing?
infrastructure.
They don't
What is
have
CAF
it.
doing? What is
They don't
CAF
have
doing?
it. You see where he's coming
You see,
from.
you sit
That
here.
is where
You
CAF
sit
is.
your.
That's where
no,
CAF is
no,
falling
Selassie,
short.
This
Because
man
the
will
mother
sit
body
here.
is not
This man will
doing
sit here and be fighting colonization. Okay, you sit here and be fighting that. Okay.
Alex, you don't understand me.
No. You see,
In my opinion,
you
I don't even think CAF should be in charge of this infrastructure or FIFA, because FIFA gives you World Cup. They give you $12 million. When we won the Nigeria game, they gave us $12 million
Fantastic.
for qualification.
So is it that? Is it
So
that,
to prepare us for those, so they need four World Cups we've been to. Look at the monies that have come in, and they are not directing it towards
and every
any
year you
infrastructure.
get money from FIFA
FIFA forward.
Forward.
You see, so if
So
you are-
the money is there. It's about usage.
Sorry.
because we are mostly all the time very
FIFA
corrupt
knows
and
very
trying
well.
to abuse the financial system.
FIFA and CAF know very well that you need to improve infrastructure. That's why even the African School Football Challenge, $300,000 for the first winner. So it means the girls get $300,000.
Yeah.
$300,000.
After sharing maybe $1.
$300,000. So you can see exactly what
So
they are giving. They are giving us the money
So
indirectly.
it's now, this is what we need to do. How much of this money is going to go into maintenance of these facilities?
Exactly.
Okay,
That
how
is what
much
we
of
don't
this
know.
is
We don't know.
going to
We never
be
get accounts.
going to put down as a seed capital for future tournament and all these things? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That okay, let's sit down at football people, regulate these things, structure it, and how.
Alex,
Yes.
you think they don't know? That's why I say that they all know. They know what
They
are
know
all
exactly.
getting. All know what they are getting from it. So they will have to do it in a certain way that
It still benefits them.
Exactly, because it happens anytime that we are playing AFCON in December, which will also disrupt the calendar again.
Of a league, of all the leagues. Then after AFCON, 6 months later, those same players
are
will
going to
come
play
play
the
World Cup.
in June.
What after playing for their clubs after the AFCON? The players are not machines.
That's why I say they both CAF and then FIFA.
FIFA.
They know what they are doing. That's why they can't. One cannot straighten the other.
One tournament that interrupted with this is the Club World Cup. I think a 32-team Club World Cup. It's going to be an amazing tournament, but
It's almost like a World
yes,
Cup.
a World Cup. I think probably the
It's a World
AFCON
Cup,
should
though.
have been there. The AFCON should have taken precedence over the Club World Cup
Exactly,
in
because
that
that is
position.
club, that is business.
So it's just business as usual.
Sometimes when you say it, I understand you, but the people who are in charge,
the people in
know
charge
what
are
they
not doing
doing.
the, are not
So
doing
we
the
have
right
to
thing.
just-
They are not doing
You
what they
think
need
people will
to
not
do.
benefit when Morocco is hosting it in December? They
Uh-huh.
know they will have a quota in there.
So more tournaments,
They
more
know.
money. It's all about more money, basically. More tournaments,
Because
more
at
money.
first we used to play AFCON to qualify African countries to the World Cup, and it changed to now we are playing qualifiers.
Qualifiers, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe gradually as the time will come, we will have the under-20s and under-17s
Also playing qualifiers, but I don't think that will happen anytime soon because
that one there to be in
youth
the
tournaments are usually not that captivating
And I think
to
the-
capture
yes,
and all those
and
things.
I think the youth tournament, it's open to all for everybody to get the chance to also develop.
Express and develop themselves.
Exactly. So we shouldn't be. Ghana is always the one always banging on our foreign-based players and all that. Other countries do, because even the U15 that came here, most of the Algerians and then the Cameroonians, most of these girls and boys are from academies.
Yes, that's true.
In their country. So why can't we? Is it okay now that Ket has done the under 15, under 16, and all those things? They can all
the
pick all this
the
from
U15.
Yeah.
Most of the players are almost all the players are locally made players.
Yes.
So this.
That's what I'm saying, that in even our under 20 safe, we can even have most of the players being local. We don't need to invite someone. It's just youth tournament. It's just in Palace.
No,
I don't know how to put it.
No.
Like-
Yeah. Get it. Okay. Jerry started here.
Yes.
The likes of Abdul Aziz, the guy.
Why is that boy not also part of the squad?
Who?
There are two players who went to Barcelona.
Yeah.
David Odro.
David Odro.
I don't know why David Odro.
You see, and I'm saying that okay, all these players were locally made. Okay, these are not foreign-based players before they left the shores of Ghana.
I understand.
So you see, the moment you are developing your players, people will come for them. That is what you need to get. You see, I am not the proponent of those who say that okay, let's give a quota to locally made. If they are not good, they are not good.
Oh, that one they understand.
You are picking players for a tournament. You are supposed to bring your good ass forward to go and fight. It's not a matter of okay. This is not a matter of okay. We are saying that okay, you want to favor. If you cannot make your locally competitive for players to stay,
Exactly.
if you give a job to a national
And
team,
lucrative enough.
yes. You see, and if you give a job to a national team, allow him the freedom to assemble players that can work for him. Let's stop this. Okay, bring the local boys. Let's stop this nonsense discussion.
That
if
discussion,
they are good,
they'll call them. If
Why
they are
is
good,
why
they'll
from
call
this
them.
discussion every day?
We've
stating
seen
that,
them
okay,
all playing at the Chan before, and we saw how it went.
Yes.
So
Okay,
they've not made a case for themselves. to
So
be honest.
allow the man free hand to do what he's doing.
work.
Oh, but
Yeah.
they allowed him to.
And so I see anytime that people bring this discussion of okay, let's use the local boys. Are they good enough for us to
We are
use?
not saying that we should use local players only.
Mm.
What I'm trying to say is, it's a youth system. look at the under 15 right now that we played or we saw their exploits. In the next 2 to 3 years, most of them will not even get national team call-ups because there's no system in place that will move them from under 15 to 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19 to 20. That it goes that way. Many of them
I disagree with you. There's a system, there's structure. Okay, at the youth level, you move from 15, 17, and it's there. You see, the issue is that would these players do we have the facility to train these players that will be fit for the subsequent levels that you are talking about?
We don't have anything in this country.
You see, so that is what you look at. Look at how the system is structured in terms of the facility for these people to train, to nurture them for the next stage.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do so let's situate the discussion into proper context so that everybody will know that okay, well, this is what is causing the issue. Desmond is not there saying that okay, oh, I'll not pick this player because he's a local player. If you are good, they'll select you.
You'll be selected.
The system is not allowing for us to nurture players that will be good for us. Because Aziz and the rest, they left the shores of Ghana. Yeah. Now we cannot even call them to come and play for us.
Because they are locked.
When did Jerry left just last year?
Just last year. A couple of months ago.
Just months
ago.
Look, it's not even up to a year. We are finding difficult to even bring him back to come and play for us. So let's look at how we can make our league very lucrative, okay? So that we can maintain some of our highly profile players here.
Yeah.
Then we can use them for a tournament and we'll be all good. This discussion of, oh, let's say, okay, this guy, Richmond Lamptey, Kotokoka, he had one very good season here. He left. Now, do you even hear?
It's not like
and he's the highest earner in Rwanda.
All his seasons he played, he was good. Phenomenal. He was good. Is there a new system, like you are saying?
The system's in place.
Players exodus is too much. That's the whole issue.
We are losing all the best.
Okay, so now let's look at the standing or the groupings now. Okay, because in Group A, I think about some of them has played already. And so in Group A, Sierra Leone is leading the table. They have 4 points. Egypt played 2 matches, lost 1, won 1. South Africa played 2, won 1, lost 1. Zambia and Tanzania, they played 1 each. Zambia drew their first game. Tanzania lost their first game. In Group B, we have Morocco leading the charge with 3 points, followed by Nigeria 3 points. Kenya and Tunisia are in that same group. They are yet to win a game. Okay, so the group that Ghana belongs to, that is Group C, is starting today. Okay, so Ghana is in that group, Senegal is in that group, Central African Republic in that group, DR Congo is in that group. This is not a group to joke with.
It's not easy at all. I think on paper, Ghana should be able to find a way out of this group, along with maybe Senegal. They have been champions before at this stage. Ghana also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2021 with Ishaku and Co.
Yeah.
We were in there. Free Banya, he was a captain, scored 2 goals in the final versus Uganda. I remember that game very well. The game was on 6th March. It was on Independence Day, so I think that's why I remember it very well. I think Ghana could not build on from that. Subsequent tournaments were not there. That's when Senegal won it. So it looks like a tough group or an easy group, depending on how they play tonight. I'm looking forward to that very first game. It will tell me a lot looking ahead in the tournament. But know that the 3rd best placed teams, 2 of them from each of the 3 groups, will also make it. So if your country doesn't make it to the quarterfinal, they have no business going or thinking about the World Cup, because looking at this, the top 2 from each group will automatically qualify. Then 2 of the 3rd best placed teams will make it, join them into the quarterfinal before a semi-final. So if your country doesn't make it, they have no business thinking of the World Cup. So I think it's a fair game. We should be able to qualify. We should. It should be the first thing out of the group. We should be able to get out of this group. No disrespect to anyone there.
If you look at them, you see, I was talking about the youth system and the structure. Because you see, if you look at the Senegalese now, for their youth system, it's been something that has been
well structured,
and they've been doing a lot of good things.
2 years ago, they were winning all the tournaments.
And it's something that they are doing. They are still doing. Yeah. So those who, like the guy I met, the Senegalese I met when we went to the games, he said these guys were from most of the academies. They come into the youth, the U15. They will promote them. So they are batches.
Ooh, okay. So every year they have
they
new,
have
fresh
a new crop face of players
players.
who represent their country at any,
any level. So the system is working.
Yes.
We see, when you have if this is a country that is very purpose and very
So they are intentional.
they're intentional about
That's how it's supposed to be.
about the youth system, the development of the players. You see, you have been advocating for this Winneba Youth College to be brought back, okay, where from the beginning you can put these players, okay, government take them as their sole responsibility, cater for their educational needs, their health needs, okay, put them together. So in any case, you are going to be trained by government from the beginning of your footballing career, your education, everything. So at the end of the day, you know that, okay, you owe some kind of allegiance to the government. Okay, anytime before
you owe them basically.
Yes, you owe them basically because they have looked after you.
They brought you
Mentally.
up. So
They
that's
brought
why
you up.
sometimes these foreign-based players, when they are slow and lackadaisical in joining Ghana, I understand them. You didn't develop me.
You did it.
Yeah, basically you didn't have a hand in my development. It's only a bloodline relation that we have. So it becomes very difficult.
Because even in the AFCON itself, the Senegalese national team, when we went to, was it Yamoussoukro?
Yeah.
They played. 4 of the players were from the under-20 squad who were playing the national team.
Yeah.
And they were playing with the likes of Mane and the
and
Koulibalis. So even it gives them confidence. And then you see, that's why I'm saying that even if we have a problem of calling someone who is a foreign-based player, we should get someone to replace him in the lower divisions here who can also equally play as such.
It's like telling
You
me that
understand?
I have Messi as a first team player. So Messi is not coming in. So I should
It's-
also think of, the next one, which is Garnacho. Because Garnacho...
But if you can also,
no,
he can also
the
prove
point
it.
is there's always a first choice.
I
So the first
understand.
choice should
I
always be
understand.
available.
I
And
understand.
it shouldn't be because someone is blocking him from coming.
So
Maybe an
if-
injury, fine. An injury is a valid reason. That one,
Presume-
nothing can be done
okay.
about it.
Let's say
I cannot assume anything. Don't
You
ask
are
me
not
to
assuming.
pretend that
Yes, you are
it's
not
an
assuming.
injury. No.
If
I'm
you-
not going to
so
assume.
what if the team said we won't let a free year come at all? That means we go short somebody who's experienced. You see, some of these systems are supposed to.
So
work.
always have
Get it.
contingencies. That's what you're saying.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It could be that Senegal will just field under 17 players for us in this under 20
Well,
tournament.
you have a point. It's a team sport. So,
Exactly.
but then still, I insist
Everything
that
goes in
the
hand
reason
in
why a
hand.
player should not come to play for a country shouldn't be because the club is blocking him. It's
Oh,
not a
it has
valid
happened
reason
before.
for him. I know it has happened before, but it
Yeah,
shouldn't be valid enough.
but Selassie, do they normally have a choice? You see, if you look at in the
They
case
don't.
of-
The players
they
don't.
Sometimes.
The players don't.
Look at the deal he
It's
signed.
the club. It's
Me,
money.
I'll not even think
They
twice.
pay him
Exactly.
all the money. His worth is from those club signings. So,
Okay, so-
rightly so, he'll choose. And no one should fault him for that, honestly.
No, not at
no
all.
one should fault
No,
him.
not at all.
Let's quickly look at our form going into this game. Okay,
The friendly games.
Yeah, we played 2 friendly games, and the good thing is that these are teams that are also in the tournament.
Yes.
So we measured our strength against our opponent in the tournament.
Yeah.
But we could not win any of them. We drew 1, we lost 1.
Yeah.
And are we prepared going into the game? Because if you look at for DR Congo, for instance, they won their last game, their last friendly they played against Tunisia.
Yeah.
Okay. They won that game 2-0. And we played 2-2 with Kenya.
Yes.
And we lost to Zambia. Prepared for the game.
Yeah. Desmond knows
Yeah,
what
I
to
think-
do with their boys. He has been with some of them. He knows his core. He knows how to build around them, and then he knows how to select
Galvanize
his players
it,
and then play what he wants to play. Aside that, the friendly matches may not be all the benchmark for a progress or a success in the tournament. Though it's a friendly to test some maybe other players and also the strength and the depth of your players. Going into the tournament, there's a mentality that we use in playing tournaments in such ways that you can also do and amass the maximum point and
Points,
qualify
yeah.
to the next stage. So all depends on the coach and his tactics and what he wants to employ on the field of play. So it is tonight's game that will determine, and we don't want that issue where they will come and tell us that Ghanaians warm up into games
slowly. No. We have to hit the ground running tonight.
All these teams
have to win.
junior teams and they are producing good players.
Tonight, we forget 3 points.
Exactly, we have to get our 3 points.
3 points.
But if you look at the players that have been assembled so far,
The squad.
do you think that these players are the right players for us to go into this tournament? And do you think these players will be able to qualify to the next World Cup? Because see, since we won that in 2009, we've
In
had
Egypt.
in Egypt. Okay, we've had a lot of the under 20s that we thought were even better than those squad, but all of them could not get us anything. We have seen the likes of Isifua and their group,
Yeah.
this guy Clifford Abuaji and their group, and the rest. All of them, we could not get anything out of them. But if you look at this squad, because some of them has played together, the African Youth Tournament, they've played the Wafu Zone B.
Yeah.
But we can just talk about less than 10 players that were part of the Zone B. They are here. So in terms of playing
So
together,
even in this small period, we've not been able to transition the same
Yes.
team forward.
You see,
and the wonderful thing is that almost all the time they are being managed by Desmond Ofe. And it's not able to assemble these same players,
And move them forward.
move them forward.
you see.
Even in the same age category.
It's
So
a national team, so everybody has a chance to play some.
So
Yes.
if you look at, I want to quickly go through the squad
yes.
and let's see if
Somebody says this FFC.
FAFC. Why is the FAFC?
Because we have Michelle, you have dreams, you have us.
Oh, you see,
Oh,
I'm not see.
That was me.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
I'm
is-
not. I'm
no,
not.
actually, we tend to complain about all this.
Sorry.
But you see, these players, these teams that you complain about because their affiliation
Yeah.
with, but it's because
That's
the
funny.
way we run our
football.
football structure.
Yeah.
The structure is that you need to be a football person to be able to get to any of these boards
Exactly.
or these
Sure.
committees. So if you don't have it, how are you going to go there? Okay, so I think that we will complain about this, but let's also be fair.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and these
But-
guys, most of them are good. Like
I
I've seen
think
some
I
of them
think that is what
play
we should
their
be
local
looking
teams
at,
and-
yeah.
that is what we should be looking at. Okay, not to say okay, this person is this. I know we may complain about that, but are they good? Let's look at the competence of the players that
Yes,
have been assembled.
exactly.
Are they okay? Are they good for us for this tournament? That's what I want.
I don't think they are bad. I think to put them together, I just don't like the fact that we don't have our topmost goalkeeper, our first choice. Our first choice goalkeeper is not in there. But Desmond, I know he's a guy who works well with what he's giving, what is available to him. He can make, he will give him lemonade, he will make his lemons, lemon juice, lemons, and he will make his lemonade and all that. So I think for him to settle on this squad, he has seen something.
Okay, let me
in a
quickly
short
go through
period,
the
yes.
squad.
So,
We have Gideon Asiaku from Dreams,
Dreams FC.
Said Yakubu from Midiama, Patrick Alta from Inswapom Fidelity FC. We have Kofoe McCarthy from FK Baileys. We have Da Costa Entry from Young Apostles. We have Aaron Essel from North Texas FC. We have Nana Kwame Boachi from FC Sheriff. We have Maxwell Azafope from Inter Allies. We have Kelvin Ahiamble from Dreams FC. We have Penyim Dennis Mafo from SC International. We have Ismailado from Heart of Lions. We have Wilford Edu Wahin from Cheetah. We have Abdul Hakim Suleimana from Handes. We have Joseph Edu from Sanatatia. Okay. We have Michael Ame Mahama
Sanatatia.
from Nice Ibrahim FC. This is what we were told that Ibrahim Mahama
Yes,
son, but we also understand that it's not.
it's not his son.
Yeah, that's what I heard later, that they said it's not his biological son.
So he just let's say he has taken him up, adopted
Maybe,
him, adopted.
maybe. But I understand.
maybe what you heard was to bring the heat off him because they said, "Oh, Mohammed's this Ibrahim Mohammed's son."
Emmanuel Mensah from Sondal. We have Andrew
That shouldn't be their
Jabin from
football
Delta Sadao. You have Lord Fifa from Estungras. We have Abdul Aziz Issa. FC Barcelona is here.
Barcelona.
Yeah. Abdul Issa is here. Jerry
Yeah,
Fie,
Aziz Issa, yeah.
Sidi Lugo. We have Joseph Opoku Amankwa Zouk. We have George Tay Nagaji from Vision FC. Abziz Musiba from Dreams FC. Then Clinton Dudu from Apollo.
Last time I checked, he's been good at his team, but I don't know the position. The position he played, people were saying that he was playing a little bit of right back for his club. But hey, Clinton Dodu, we know at the team is an attacker. So let's see how it will. But Clinton too is a good,
he is
player by our standards. So. He said that we're looking at his position from his club. People do juxtapose that one too sometimes, but that's how it stands. But it's not a bad squad. It's not a bad squad because I've seen some players in there that with the house of.
My problem is them not playing together, having not playing together. I would have loved majority of them to have been from that team, that core of that team.
The African Games,
Wafubi and all that. So I think
maybe there are some who have passed the age.
Well, there could be that, but anyway.
But fairly, general impression of the team. Fairly, do you think this squad is okay? It's good enough?
It should be good
aside
enough.
The issue that we don't have our first
goalkeeper and all that, I think it should be good enough. It should be fair enough to
Can they win
qualify.
it? Can they qualify to World Cup?
Yes, they can qualify to World Cup. For that, I am sure. At least get to the semis and then you are gone. That should be the target. If we
after semis, anything is bonus.
Exactly, you can go on to win it. When you win it, it's a plus. But don't fall off in the group stage. That one there will not forgive you.
But I'm happy because you see, Abdul Aziz Zisa is in the squad, so that should be because in terms of creativity, he'll be able to shoot. And
is that boy not tired?
No, but he doesn't play too much at the club side, so
yes.
That.
But when you don't play too much at the club side, you don't get enough playing time. Your confidence comes down.
No, but he's good.
Reduces.
He's good.
Me is tired though. That's how I see. They overuse that boy too much.
No, tired. How is he tired?
Anyway, so he was playing Dreams. He was playing Africa Games. He was playing CAF Confederation. He was playing League match. Like tired and that way one prayer.
Anyway, so I think so. The game is at 6 p.m.
tonight.
We wish them the very best, and we'll be supporting them. Just like the guest mentioned on the show, we need to get to the semis. Then everything that comes after is just a bonus. So that should be the target. And I know there's Monofair and the guys, they are competent enough. But I think one thing that they have complained over by the years is that the energy level, getting to the later part of the game, their energy gets depleted. You see, the strength is not there. The physical aspect of it, they tend to lose out a lot more.
Yeah.
And you are playing against these other African countries like they are Congo, that they are very physical. They have all the strength to go all the full
even better altitudes.
Yes.
They are actually look at the Tanzanians who came to play under 15. They played all the matches with a certain core of the team who didn't even feel tired. But our boys and our girls, you could see some tiredness in them when it comes to their playing.
So I think this is an issue that has been with this particular under-20 team. I don't know if it has to do with the physical trainer.
That's what I'm saying. Some of them are tired. Like as he's tired. That boy should have a muzzle rest. Like
who are you talking about?
Aziz. He played Dreams. He was playing League. He was
but
playing
this is a long time ago.
It's not long. It's still there.
Oh.
How is it going to be there? He's a
carries
professional footballer.
It still carries
I would
for
have
it.
wanted David Ojo to come in.
Yes, I wanted that guy to
at left back.
But he was. I don't know what the issue is with Barcelona anyway.
So
that is. So I
They are
will take
fighting
a very.
relegation.
That's why we'll take a very quick break. When we get back, we'll look at the super clash between Kotoko. Then we'll go to the European game. Kindly stay. We'll be right back.